All right, now we're going to talk about the Limestone County Hall of Fame golf tournament. But before we do that, you went to Decatur High School.
I sure did.
High school. Now, when did you first meet me and tell me about that day?
Oh, boy.
It was 1979. You came and spoke to our speech class at Decatur High School. I guess on the invite of your former classmate at New Hope, Miss Nancy Worley.
You know she's Miss New Hope High School.
She was.
That's right. As a matter of speaking of her, show that picture. Brad, find that photograph of me from out there. I wore some of her clothing for this, I do believe. You may not have seen this picture. But go ahead and keep talking about it, and we'll show it in just a second. Oh, wait, here it is right now. I won the Miss No Hope High pageant in 1970, the year she was a senior, and I think that some of that outfit's hers. You got to admit now, Bruce Jenner ain't got nothing on me.
That's right.
Huh? I came out of the closet way before he did.
I was going to say, you started that long before he did.
Way to go, Jamie.
What? Do you remember what I spoke about?
No.
Surely not.
All right, you guys are up here today, though. Y'all talking about something big coming up. Tell us about it, Jeff.
Well, we've got the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet coming up on Saturday night, next Saturday night, June 20th at the Event Center, as we do every year. This will be our 13th annual induction banquet. We've got 6 former athletes, coaches, people that made impacts through athletics here in Limestone County that'll be inducted. And then on Friday before, we have our annual golf tournament out at Southern Gales, and Barry chairs that for us. And the money that we raise there, one thing that we do as well is recognizing people who made an impact through athletics in Limestone County, but the money that we raise goes for scholarships for local student athletes here. And over the last couple of years, we've been able to double the amount of scholarship money that we give away.
Awesome.
And we're trying to get that up with the rising cost of education to where the money that we give makes an impact on these kids. We kind of look at it on a needs basis, and we got some money from our local elected delegation last year. We were able to increase that through a grant. So hopefully, people, if you're out there and you like to play golf, come out. It's going to be fun.
So it's still open. People, how do they get involved, Barry?
They can call me, and we have plenty of spots available. It's a 4-man scramble format at Southern Gales. We tee times at 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock we'll serve lunch. A lot of our past inductees come out there and socialize, and it's a really fun event, Jamie.
Who
How
are
do
the
they
6 being
contact
inducted
you?
this year?
Wait a minute. How do they contact you? I mean, what number do they need to call?
Yeah, they can call my cell phone.
We don't know it.
777-3810, okay?
3810.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now the world knows.
Yeah.
Now that's right.
Who
Well,
are
you
the
got to
6?
call
Who
them.
are those 6 being inducted this year?
Billy Don Anderson, who was a great athlete here in Limestone at Athens, who at the mayor of Sheffield, and played at UNA and was a great athlete there. Tanika Burrell, who was on one of Coach White's great Athens teams, went to junior college out in Texas and then wound up at MTSU and was a good player there. Zeke Parker, he's a fairly recent name you might recognize, was a wide receiver kick returner here at Athens that played at the University of Louisville and then was drafted by the Redskins and played a little bit in the NFL. Johnny Orr, who goes back a few years, was a quarterback, all-around athlete at Athens High School. Actually, I think signed originally with the University of Tennessee and then wound up going to Union University and was All-American there. Ben Wiley, whose article is in the paper today that was mentioned. Ben was a good basketball player up at Elkmont, went to junior college and wound up at UTC in Chattanooga and was a good player there.
What's the qualifications to be in?
You have to be out of your sport for 5 years, and you have to be at least 35 years old. And
That rules out Rob Ezell.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's 35.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, Jamie, because we really do need to. We have a fairly long list of people, but as our board sits around the table, there's a lot of people that we know needs to be nominated throughout Limestone County that are not.
Right.
And we really need that. That's our biggest challenge right now is getting people nominated from all the communities and all the schools in Limestone County. So we really want to urge.
So about how many nominations y'all get a year?
On average, probably 5 or 6 a year. We've got about 70 or 80 folks on the list, but we need to keep getting, because there's a lot of people. We have a lot of first ballot people that reached where they're 35, been out 5 years. And obviously, there's names out there that are first ballot people. The first one that comes to mind is Michael Bowley from Elkmont when he's eligible. He's got Super Bowl rings, great player. folks like that.
So the name Lee Hodges will come up eventually too.
Well, I don't know.
Hopefully, yes.
We'll see.
One other person that we didn't mention that's going is Darryl Quarles.
That's right.
Who was a wrestling coach at Athens High School. Had a lot of state titles there.
All right. Anything else we need to know about this great event? We've been there to a couple of them.
Well, we invite you back this year. We'd love to have you on Saturday night or at the golf tournament, either one. And you can contact Barry for the golf tournament. You can contact me, or you can contact Southern Gales. Okay. If Jerry out there, I'm sure will take your name and let us know. But it goes for a good cause.
Anything new at the bank we need to know about? Grover's retiring.
That's exactly right.
Bought a Jeep from him the other day for her.
A stalwart in Limestone County banking for many years. I guess maybe the senior banker in all of Limestone County now.
Or is he already retired?
He's retiring July the 8th.
July the 8th.
And I'll plug that while I'm here. We will be having an event at the downtown office that day from 10 to 2, I believe, for people to come in and wish Grover well. He's helped so many people here in Limestone County.
And thank you for what you've done for us, too.
Well, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Good to see you. I had a message for you from Randy White.
Yeah, what?
He said that since when y'all was students at Snead State, that you had a tendency to kind of look over at his papers when y'all were taking tests.
I also had a tendency to flunk out over there. When you flunk out of Snead State Junior College, you really accomplished something.
Oh, so now it's Randy's fault.
Yeah, it's Randy's
fault. Not many people can do that, right?
Not many people can do that. Thank y'all. It's good to see both of you.
Thank you.
Let me take a break. Coming up next with Tim and Joseph. Y'all hang on.